You get up there and it's a whole new world. You can see everything from a different angle. I feel as though the sky isn't the limit, like I could just go anywhere. I'm Sarai Stewart. I'm an instrument-rated private pilot, and here are some things you may have not known about being a pilot. If you just want to fly for fun, let's say, I would say just go for maybe like the private pilot license. But if you want to be like an airline pilot or a professional at it, you would have to go through private pilot, instrument rating, commercial single, commercial multi. So commercial single basically means that you're flying a single engine aircraft. So it's only one engine. And then with commercial, you are now licensed to be paid for what you do. Commercial multi is the same thing, but now you're with more than one engine. And then usually a lot of people continue on to certified flight instructor. And basically that time you can build your hours along with teaching someone else how to fly. The minimum is 1,500 hours for airlines. And then usually once you reach that 1,500 hour rate, then you can apply to the regional carriers or the airlines, and then you go from there. Actually, to be a pilot, you don't have to have a degree or attend a four-year university. You can just do like flight school itself. But at Florida Memorial, we do have a four-year program for the degree process. I am in the aeronautical science with a concentration in flight degree program. And because we are a university, I do have to go to an outside flight school in order to get my hours and my licenses. So I do have my private pilot license, instrument rating, and currently I'm working on commercial single, and after that it would be commercial multi. Flying is extremely expensive, especially being in Florida, it's expensive. But I think with being able to attend Florida Memorial and also have access to different programs and scholarships, that it's become a little easier for me to be able to fly and keep up with the cost and the maintenance that it is to attend flight school. There are programs such as OBAP, the 99ers, Women in Aviation, Sisters in the Skies. There's so many different programs out here that once you become a member, like, the opportunities are endless, and having your instructors or whoever is guiding you through your time, having them know who you are, because they also know people. They can connect you to different people, and then, you know, you have opportunities, you can receive scholarships, funding, grants. The biggest challenge would be flying in Florida's airspace because it is so busy. And even though I am still a student pilot and most of the time I fly with my instructor, it still can be intimidating at times because I'm in my little Cessna that's going about 80 miles per hour, and then you have a Gulfstream that's going 200. So it can be intimidating at times. The airspace is quite busy because Florida is a vacation space. So I would say just like trying to learn everything that you possibly can, paying attention, and also just being aware of your surroundings. Usually before I go fly, I check in at the front desk. There's a weight and balance that you usually do. So I get my weight, my instructor's weight, any bags we may be carrying, the amount of fuel we're carrying, and compute all of that into a weight and balance sheet. And then there's also weather that you go through. So you're checking the weather where you are en route and your destination where you're going to be. Checking the aircraft, making sure the aircraft meets all of its maintenance requirements. When you pre-flight, there's nothing missing. There's no dents, holes, scratches, or anything that'll just be like damaging to the flight. So there's things that goes into flying before you even just get in the air. My first flight was absolutely nerve-wracking. Like, please put me back on the ground, get me out of here now. Because since I fly such a small plane, you feel everything. You feel all the bumps, the ups and the downs, the pushing to the side. You just feel everything. So you have that like pit in your stomach, like, oh my God, like how are we gonna stay up here? But I just think as I got to flying more and I gained more hours and more experience, it becomes easier now. So a lot of my instructors along the way have said to ride the bumps or ride the waves. So if the air bumps you, you just ride with the plane and what it wants to do. Yeah, my experience at first was nerve-wracking. It was really scary, but now I'm fine. Usually when you are training, you fly maybe, well, I fly a Cessna 172, a Sierra model. It has G1000, which is a completely glass cockpit. So there are no round dials. Round dials are basically like your instruments that you have, but now mine are computed electronically. There are diamond aircraft. I know there's the DA-42, which is a multi-engine aircraft. It has 2 engines. There's regular diamonds. There's just a bunch of different like small planes that you can fly starting off. A lot of times you start off with flying first in the aircraft, and then throughout your time flying in the aircraft, if you may be struggling with a maneuver or you just need extra time learning something, because the plane is so expensive, you go to the simulator and then you have simulator time where you can, you know, just learn the different things that you're struggling on. And then once you get it from the simulator, then, you know, you apply it back to the flying. So I would say the space is changing, but it's still male dominated. I attended basically an aviation event at Banyan at Fort Lauderdale Executive, and I think that program really just opened my eyes to, like, there are women in this field. There are women that look like me, and it is changing, and it's changing like right before my eyes. I remember sitting there at the Florida Memorial table, and I would just see different women walk in or women come up to our table, and it's like, yes, like it's so exciting. Anywhere you go, you're always a student. You're constantly learning, learning new things, doing different things, meeting new people. I mean, aviation is nonstop. It's constantly changing. There are always new things to learn. So the biggest thing is study, ask questions. There's no stupid question in aviation. Be present in the industry, because it can like fly by you or you can go with it while it's flying. Every year, pilots have to go through like a recurrent training for the aircraft they fly. So if there are like any updates or database updates, I know a lot of people fly with iPads now. So the iPad holds like everything. You pretty much just learn as you go. You learn from the people that you're flying with. You learn from, I mean, your chief pilots, people that are over you, people who have retired or have done things before. It's not easy by any means. It takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you, and sometimes you do have those rough patches and those rough flights where it's like, dang, like, do I really want to do this? Do I want to keep going? But you know, you just keep pushing through because it's something that you want to do. It's something you're passionate about, and it's something that you are willing and want to learn. Never let anybody discourage you. Never let anybody tell you, you know, you can't do it or it's impossible. If you want to be a pilot, go for it. When I was growing up, I wanted to be nothing else but a pilot. So seeing where I was from and I had 0 hours and I just had aspirations to now I'm at a university, I'm at my flight school, and I have a little over 200 hours now plus my licenses, and there's just so much of the future ahead. I just think looking back up until now is just an amazing journey that I've had, and I mean, I couldn't imagine being anywhere else but aviation and flying.